also need looking for investment opportunities. Looking for investment opportunities also in different countries. You know, Russia now is under sanctions, and, and we are looking at Southeast Asia is very, very interesting region for us. And our wealthy people, clients, really interested in international diversification. That's why we are asking you and other people from other countries to connect us on our meetings to discuss what's going on your market and what can we use in our practice in regulation and investments and everything. So I've sent you a list of questions. It's maybe rather big, but but I suggest that we move on during this list of questions, along this list of questions. So the first one, what is it, Nepali stock market? How big is it, and who are investing there, and which emittents, issuers do you have on the market?
Okay, our market is not so old. It has been just we regulator and stock exchange established 30 years before. So we are not that old.
Like in Russia also. We also have 30 years
is it,
old.
Is it? Okay. Oh.
Yes.
Our market is very basic. We don't have we have not allowed foreign investors till now, but we are in discussion with that. Okay, as of January, the size of Nepal stock market, that it has total market capitalization of approximately NPR Nepalese rupees 4.34 trillion. That is around USD
4.3 trillion Nepalese rupees. So it's
it's around USD 34 to 35 billion, which is around 76% of our GDP. Depending upon market fluctuation, that keeps on fluctuating. So it is basically 76% of GDP as of now, as of January.
So quite nice, actually.
Yeah. So over the past 5 years, the market capitalization of Nepal stock market has experienced significant growth, driven by various factors. One of the main reasons that our market trigger is of COVID.
Упс. Так, ждем, когда подключится Дипа обратно. Так, коллеги, не стесняемся задавать вопросы. Если лень на английском, пишите в чат, мы переведем.
Sorry.
Yeah. We are here.
Am I audible?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So in 1920, our market capitalization was NPR 1.4 trillion.
Wow.
Which was approximately 48% of GDP. So during COVID period, we introduced online payment system so that our market cap keep on growing. And as of now, as I said, we are around 76%.
So quite impressive. So you have almost 3 times growth in 5 years.
Yes. And during the year 2021, we had experienced 94% of GDP. because people were locked inside the house and they used to keep on trading. Okay. So the instrument in our market are equities, bonds, that is development bond, corporate bond, debentures and mutual fund. Only this. We have not started our derivative products till now. But discussion is going on.
So you don't have derivatives market,
no.
But you have mutual funds.
We do have mutual funds. Yes.
And do you have some kind of marginal trading on stock market? And who is the issuers of equities and debt?
Equities are issued by public sector, banks, hydropowers, and debt normally. The NRB, Central Bank of Nepal, had made some mandatory provisions for debentures to bank, because of which they issue debentures But otherwise, debentures and other corporate bonds are not so popular here. It is only the regulatory requirement.
And how many companies now in stock market?
Listed companies?
Yeah, how many listed companies? Yes,
it's 251. There are
251.
51 listed companies we have. There are 10 sectors. That is banks, commercial bank, development bank, finance companies, hotels, hydropowers, insurance, life insurance and non-life insurance, and manufacturing and processing, investment companies, and others.
So mostly it's financial sector, as I see.
Yes. It's financial sector and nowadays hydropowers also. We have we have 91 listed companies of hydropowers.
91.
Yeah,
Listed
hydropowers are
companies.
growing rapidly because you know that you have visited Nepal. You know that we have lot of electricity. Our total capacity of our country is around 83,000 megawatt.
So they're expert in energy, as I understand.
Yes, but from the river side, the hydropowers, and now
you have huge export of electricity into India, or it's just local consumers?
In India, and we have started to Bangladesh also exporting. Our total capacity is 83,000 megawatt. Okay, but we are producing only 2,100 megawatt now. So there are a lot of hydropowers coming in our market. So so if you want investing in Nepal, then hydropower is best.
Yes. And do you have some experience of initial public offerings in Nepal to get money from market?
Yes, the IPO, we also rate IPO post-COVID and after COVID. Okay, in post-COVID, we used to have only 10 IPOs around a year. Yes, but now, as of now, I have just asked my regulation department today afternoon that how many IPOs are there in pipeline. They are saying that it's 60 IPOs. 60 IPOs are in pipeline. Yeah, and basically in average we approve around 40 IPOs.
40 IPOs per year.
Yes.
It's interesting because in Russia we have something about maybe 20. Or even less, and mostly we have debentures market. So we have a lot of issues of bonds. Yes, bonds, corporate bonds and government bonds, but much less new shares, much less new equities. So mostly it's debt market.
Okay, and how many listed companies are there in Russia?
In our main stock exchange, Moscow Stock Exchange, it's something about 350 listed companies. But I think at whole it's something about 3,000 companies you can buy, OTC mostly.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
How many stock exchanges are there?
How many?
Stock exchange? Yeah, how many stock exchanges are there?
Yeah, we have two main stock exchanges. It's Moscow Stock Exchange and St. Petersburg Stock Exchange. Actually, it's also in Moscow, but it calls St. Petersburg. And I think we will see some more exchanges in nearest future because our main exchange is under sanctions. You know, so we are looking some maybe new entrants in this market also.
Okay.
But not many IPOs, yes. And who is a major buyer on IPO in Nepal?
Retail customer.
Retail customer.
Yeah, retail customer. We do have some reservations for mutual funds. Other than retail, general public.
And which is the usual size of IPO?
It's around, let's see, okay. In 25 crore, 50 crore, like that, depending on Nepalese currency. In NRS, yes, around from 25 to the last biggest one was 68 crore.
68
that
million.
means 6.8 billion. Million. Yes.
Million Nepali rupees.
Million. Yes, million.
It's Nepali rupees now. It's almost equal to Russian ruble, so it's
Okay.
almost equivalent. Yes.
Almost equivalent. Okay.
Yeah. It's something.
And because
maybe 10% difference.
It make it easy to understand.
So that means how much is the exchange rate of dollar now? $1 is equal to how much Russian
$1 is 100 rubles.
Rubles. Okay, we have 138 NRS.
So 30% difference.
Pretty same.
Yes. Yes. Okay. And what part of Nepali stock market is private investors? How many in turnover is on stock market on stock exchange?
How many companies is on private sector?
No. How many private? What share of turnover is by the private investors? In Russia now we see something about 40% of turnover is from private investors.
Our most of the companies listed is government. Big companies are government companies, as telecom, banks also. So I cannot give you the exact figure, but I think it's around
30%.
Yes, 25 to 30%, I think. Because large cap shares are of government.
No, I mean from investor side, how many buyers from private investors?
How many buyers? That means how many? 20 to 30 lakhs. We have active buyers. Active buyers.
And who is the major players on the Nepali stock market?
The major players are the big house, from private sector. They are major players because we don't have institutional investors. We don't have only pension fund, and social security fund. Only these two are only the private investors.
And they're investing in the stock market also?
Very few. It's only their bylaws that only 10% of their total fund they can invest in stock market, so they don't invest too much. Very few.
So it's mostly private investors.
Yes, it's private investors from the big house, corporate investors there.
And you don't have foreign investors for up to now?
Sorry, I could not understand.
About foreign investors, do you have them or they are not on stock market for foreign investors?
No. Foreign investor and foreign investment is not allowed. We have not opened in stock market till now. Because our currency is pegged with Indian currency. We don't have that floating exchange rate. The central bank has not allowed for foreign investment till now.
Do you have a kind of stabilization fund for stock market in case of maybe big crash to buy out something from the market?
No, we don't have that kind of fund. We don't have.
So it's lives by itself, can grow, can fall. It's no problem of the government bodies.
No, it can control itself. It has been controlling till now. We have not seen any major crash during these 30 years. No any default from brokers or clearing houses till now. So there is no fund till now.
And you have only one stock exchange?
Yes, one stock exchange fully owned by government.
It's a government body?
Yeah.
And clearing house is also government?
Also, yes. Clearing house is also of government. One clearing house.
And
so basically the infrastructure is of government in capital market.
A little step from the stock market. What is the most popular way to save money from inflation in Nepal? I've heard it's mostly real estate, or I'm wrong?
Yeah, Nepali investors use a variety of methods to seal their savings. And the popular one are bank deposit, FD, and investment in real sector. Nowadays, gold, silver also. And after that comes stock market.
You said real sector or real estate?
Real sector is purchasing land, house, like that.
Okay.
We find it more safe. When
Yes.
when we purchase a house, then the remaining money, then we invest in stock.
Actually, in Russia, it's something about 41% of people said that they will invest only in real estate. So it's almost like in Nepal.
So as per our latest Sebon report, only 50% of total population are connected to secondary market, and 24% are connected to primary market. So
50% of population.
15. Only 15% are connected to
15%
secondary
connected to secondary market.
Secondary market, and 24% are connected to primary market. This is our latest data.
But it's quite good, as I understand.
Okay.
So, Daria, you...
I have one question. How Nepali citizens invest in gold and silver? They buy real gold and silver, or you have some maybe deposits or some jewelry?
No, yeah, we invest in real gold and silver and jewelry.
Oh,
not the deposit one. Depository certificate, not that.
Gold and silver in coins, or
yes, in coins. In the Central Bank of Nepal also distributes sometimes open for gold. They sell gold sometimes during the festivals, and there is too much line, too much crowd over there. and besides that, purchasing jewelry, we find it more safe also.
And you don't have mutual funds for gold?
No.
Because in Russia we have some mutual funds. Raise a big one for gold, for physical gold, and it's quite popular among private investors.
Okay, they can invest in gold also?
Yes, we can invest gold in coins also, it's no problem, but you should отвалилось.
Снова отвалилось, да.
Международный коннекс — это такая штука, да, коварная.
Так, коллеги, может, пока скажете, вам все понятно, а то мы-то привычные мальца.
Все прекрасно, все понятно, язык очень понятный наш.
Sorry, it's
discouraging
time.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So it's possible to buy coins here. It's no problem at all. Jewelry, of course, also, but it's you should keep it somehow, and it's costly. So it's for many people, it's better to buy mutual funds, not real gold.
Okay.
So we have some contracts on our stock exchange for gold. It's also rather cheap to keep. So we use these contracts, they use mutual funds, and they use real gold also.
Okay. So what is the rate of return of these gold contracts? Average?
Who is part
of investors' part?
It's private investors and institutional investors also. So it's like futures contract. It can be delivered. We have contract which can be delivered with physical delivery, and contract only for cash settlement.
Okay, so it is. I think it's on commodities derivative side.
Yes.
Okay. We don't have commodities derivative till now, but the act has been formed and we have called for license. We have got for commodity exchange. So hopefully it will run soon.
Okay. And how people mostly invest? Through mutual funds or directly into equities?
Okay, direct investment still now has remained as a strong choice for investors, but mutual fund is also gaining popularity nowadays because of their last 2 years we have experienced a steady downside in interest rate. So because of fixed return, mutual funds give some fixed incomes to assure some fixed income. That's why mutual fund, we have seen mutual fund is gaining popularity since last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So otherwise, direct investment is quite popular in Nepal.
Mm-hmm. And what is the usual commission on mutual funds? Total expense ratio?
Commission 7 has fixed commission for mutual funds. It's 3% of total fund.
3% usually.
Yeah.
It's quite expensive.
Yes.
We also have funds that have 3% commission, but we also have funds with something about 0.5%. Mostly they are more expensive, but
Yeah.
we hope that we will have cheaper funds in future.
No,
So,
it was this commission was fixed 5 or 6 years back, but our our structure is that we don't have full autonomy. All the changes, all the law. If we have to frame bylaws, law, or if we have to and increase or decrease the commission rate, then we have to go to Ministry of Finance and it has to take to cabinet. So that is not so easy. The private sector has so much influence that they won't give us to cut down the cost. Otherwise, cost is pretty on higher side on everything.
And what's usual brokerage commission?
Brokerage commission is there is a ceiling on different transactions amount. The maximum is it ranges from 3% to 14%.
Brokerage commission 3%.
Yes, 3% to 14%. There is a different transaction ceiling also. It's also pretty higher side.
Yeah, it's really big because we have much less than 1%.
Yeah, broker business is very, very wealthy business over here.
Wow. Okay. And do you have some kind of marginal trading in Nepal?
Yeah, we do have marginal trading, but it is not so popular in Nepal because banks give margin trading to banks have that loans against shares because bank provide up to 80-90% of loans against shares. The margin trading cannot be popular in capital market. So the debate is going on that why margin can't become popular in Nepal. So there is a recommendation that unless and until the broker will give wholesale lending from bank, the margin will not. There are bylaws, but margin trading is not so active in Nepal.
Good. And what is the usual rate of yields on corporate bonds in Nepal?
9 to 10%.
9 to 10%. And inflation rate?
Inflation rate is 5.8%.
So it's higher than inflation, but not much.
Yes, the bonds offer yesterday one bond was issued and it has offered 9%.
9%. Government bond.
Yeah. Normally 9 to 10%.
Quite nice.
Yeah.
And what measures do you have for protection of private investors in Nepal?
There is not so special protection rules or something like that, but we have drafted many bylaws also, and through which the protection they can be protected. Besides that, we have grievances portal, 24-hour grievance portal, and then let me see. Okay. data dissemination by listed companies continue, and then we do frequently investment awareness program, and we do oversight address of enforcement, and cooperation and regular dialogue with other regulators and Ministry of Finance regarding the right of private investors. There is no dedicated right to private investors, but I think it is protected by various guidelines and rules issued by SEBI. Do you have separate one?
Yeah, we have some rules that private investors can't buy some kind of financial instruments. So we have some restrictions on private investor for on buying side. You can't buy some of mutual funds in Russia because they are rather complex, and it's also we have restriction on structured products in Russia and on some kind of structured bonds. It's also restricted for qualified investor, and qualified investor is a person who have at least 12 million of rubles, so something about 10 million rupees Nepalese or something.
We don't have anything like that.
So any private person can buy anything that is listed on Nepali Stock Exchange.
Yeah, any private person can apply for IPOs and go to any listed companies of the stock exchange.
And any mutual fund also.
Yes, any mutual fund also. Any bonds, any debenture also. If the bond is issued for foreign employment, then only foreign can buy it. Otherwise, everyone can buy. There is not so restriction.
So everything that you have at stock exchange is available for any person.
Yeah.
And do you have some kind of testing for investors to get access to stock market?
Testing means demo?
No, I mean some kind of exam for private investors to get access to stock market.
No. They can go to a broker.
Who have money can open account and buy anything you want.
Money and the document also. Document, they have to fulfill the KYC guidelines. And they must be Nepali citizens. Recently, we have opened for non-Nepali residents also, NRN also. They can also come and get online access from brokers, and they can buy do the trade.
Do you have a body that in Russia and England it's a financial ombudsman, a person who can protect rights of investors and rights of in field of other financial products? If you have some problem with financial institution, you go to ombudsman. Or you should go to court or to SEBI. How it can be done?
In Nepal, yes. We do have that grievance handling portal. They can lodge the complaint over SEBON, or they can also lodge complaint to Ministry of Finance. And again, they have access to Office of Prime Minister also. There is an online portal, and then they can lodge the complaint. If they are satisfied from SEBON, it's okay. If not, then they have right to go to court also.
So if you have problem with some financial institution, you send complaint into SEBON and Prime Minister and Ministry of Finance, and
if necessary. Otherwise, most of the cases are resolved by SEBON within SEBON. If necessary, we can go over there also.
Oh, okay. And do you have financial advisors in Nepal, and maybe some regulation for them?
We have merchant banks.
In banks?
Yes, merchant. We have 29 merchant banks over here, and they act as a financial advisor. But for mostly they are for corporate sectors. Okay, but recently we have also permitted them portfolio management service. It has not been that too old. This service has been recently, and the PMS service is growing, still growing. Other than that, we don't have.
So, private financial advisors you don't have.
No.
It's strange. So many people are in the market.
That is the merchant bank. They are doing this, but people normally don't go to private investors because the charge is too high.
So you anyway you have some advisors, but they are expensive, or you don't have them.
Yes. But recently we have passed a regulation that if any company is willing to give investment advisor service, then they should come and get registered in SEBON. Recently, it is just 10 or 15 days back.
So it's a new regulation for you to.
Yes.
If you want to get some financial advice, you should get
registered from
registered.
Because in market we have seen that number of independent financial advisors are growing, and we think that their presence and popularity are also growing. So we have just addressed this rule.
It's only about investment advice or any financial advice?
Investment advice.
Investment advice.
Yes.
So in other fields, it's no need to get registered at SEBON or somewhere else.
No, the investment companies are there are many investment companies in Nepal, but they are open through Company Act. But any investment company now opening further or any operating now should get registered from SEBA.
And about financial bloggers, we have not a problem, as I can say, but we have bloggers who can say something about financial market for their followers and to say something. Please join some IPO or something else, and in this case, some people may get some losses and send complaints into Bank of Russia or somewhere else. Do you have some problem with financial bloggers, and what do you do with them?
I think it is a global issue now.
Yeah. In America, they also have that.
We had been a visit to SEBI a few months back. And the chairman over there, SEBI means in Indian regulator.
Yeah.
And the chairman over there said that our big problem is how to regulate influencers. So we don't have any specific rules and regulate to supervise these so-called influencers. But however, we issue notice continuously in every 50-20 days that don't get influenced by this type of social media bloggers, influencers. Besides this, in our education awareness program, we always say about this. No other rules than that. But we are going to plan to make a committee to study about this. What are other countries' practice? Any development, I will share with you.
Yeah. If you need our help, of course, we will join you and share our experience, what we do with our bloggers.
Okay, can you share in brief now?
Actually, there are not big practice because we have institution investment advisors who are registered in central bank. Also, like you said in SEBON, it's private persons mostly. It's people who can give investment advice for their clients, and we have some restrictions and rules for this investment advice. We have influencers, of course, who can say something about investments, but because we have definition, what is it investment advice, we should not give investment advice. Otherwise, we can have some problems with authorities. So it's a big problem to create the definition.
Yeah.
What is it financial advice?
Yes, indeed.
Yes, it's mostly we can see that it should be some call for action. If influencer says that you should do something on stock market, it can be said that it's investment advice, and it should be a kind of personal advice, because to said to everybody, please go and buy government bonds, it's not investment advice. But if you said that every teacher in Russia should have in his portfolio government bonds, it will be investment advice.
Okay.
Yeah, so we are going mostly into definition. What is it, investment advice? And investment advice should be given only by investment advisor who is registered in central bank.
Okay. So you have single regulator, yes? That regulates both of money.
Yeah, we have single regulator. I think something about 15 years ago, we have different regulator for stock market. We have commission for stock market in Russia. But they had joined together 15 years ago, and now we have only one regulator for banks, for stock market, for everything financial, for insurance also, for everything.
We have separate regulator, 3 regulators for insurance. Central bank look after this.
Yeah, we had also.
But we also have Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Finance and Central Bank.
Okay, and who drafts the regulations? Is it in your jurisdiction, or it have to go to who drafts the regulations, or any changes in act or something like that?
Who creates regulations?
Yeah.
We have, of course, parliament. If we say about law, it's parliament and president.
Okay.
And if we can, our central bank can issue its own regulations for the companies who are registered in central bank. So it's all financial companies. They got its own regulation from central bank.
Okay.
It's not law. It's how can we say it? It's
so for the what? Okay, what I understood is for act amendment you need to go to president, parliament, and for regulations central bank can do it.
Yep.
Acts of central bank.
In our case, even for regulation, we have to go to
parliament.
Cabinet. Yes, parliament.
Wow.
So it's that is a big challenge for us. We have been demanding for autonomy for several years, but the government has given autonomy to central bank, but not to us.
Yeah, we have actually one more body for this situation. We have Ministry of Justice.
Okay, law and justice.
Of law and justice, yes. And central bank can issue its own act, but it should be sent to Ministry of Law and Justice, and it shouldn't contradict any other acts. But it's not to parliament, not to president. It's its own acts.
Okay.
So central bank in Russia is independent body, and it acts by its own. That's
nice.
Yeah, it works quite well.
Yeah, it works well when regulators have autonomy.
And we also have a third level of law. We have standards of self-regulatory organizations.
Okay.
It's more fast, it's more flexible, and with the standards we can regulate little specific things in rules of companies, for companies, financial companies.
Okay, that's good, nice. And who is your...
And do you have self-regulated bodies in Nepal?
Stock exchange is a SRO in our countries.
No. Oh, yeah. Because we have something about 17 fields in financial sectors that.
No. Only stock exchange is considered as SRO. Other than
only stock exchange.
No anybody are SROs.
Because here in Russia, SROs create rules for the market. It's a brokerage, it's other sectors, and investment advisors also have SROs who creates rules for the market.
And it should be amended from your regulator? It should be submitted
Yes.
there? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, they are working with regulator, they are approved by regulator, and these rules from SROs also approved by regulator.
Okay.
They created by self-regulation organization, by they should be approved by central bank.
Regulator. Okay.
So I run out of questions.
Oh, no. I think we
No,
have
we have-
some questions
About crypto? I think.
About cryptos, yes.
about crypto and about foreign investments of Nepal citizens. So it's, I think it's also interesting.
As I've said earlier, that we have not opened for foreign investment.
No, but Nepali citizens can.
Nepali
open
citizen can't. They can't do
accounts.
foreign investment also. Yes,
Oh,
they can't do. They are not allowed for foreign investment also.
but if Nepal don't know about foreign investors of their citizens,
I think their crypto is also illegal in our country. Then the central bank, but there are people dealing with cryptos. So unless and until we don't know if somebody don't file any, then we don't have
there
that that mechanism.
some penalties for these activities, no?
Yeah, there are big penalties. There are monetary penalties. Also, the person goes in jail. I think they are also some basic needs are also some get back by the government also if people deals with crypto. And central bank here continuously issue in notice periodically saying that crypto is illegal and don't do like that.
Interesting. But do you have a kind of cryptocurrencies inside Nepal?
No.
In your own form? Because in Russia we have not cryptocurrencies, it's also in gray area here, but we have digital currency, digital financial assets in Russia. We have special law for it, digital financial assets, and they are also on blockchain and so on. But it's it's a Russian.
We don't have any sort of that kind of currency till now.
Okay. Also, if you decide to go in that direction, we can share our experience in this field also. It's something about 500 billion rubles now in that market.
Okay, in that digital currency market?
Yes,
What is
digital
it called?
financial assets.
Digital
financial assets. It's just Russian. It's not international. It's
and
inside
how
country.
big and who can invest in this? Anyone?
Anybody?
And how
It's
the
quickly.
how is it traded?
It's quickly than you can issue digital financial asset like something like a bond or like a equity or some kind of commodity, commodity backed.
Okay, there must be
asset.
underlying assets.
Yep.
It can be not.
Okay.
But
And who issues this digital financial assets?
companies. Russian companies, and it's a small companies because to issue a bond you should need a lot of requirements for issuing, and there should be a big company to get to stock exchange. But for digital financial asset, it can be a small business.
Okay.
And you need only 1 week to get from decision to the market.
Okay, yeah, that's nice. This is new concept for us, I think.
Yeah.
Quite nice.
It's very small issues. It can be 2 million rubles or even less.
Okay. And where is it traded? Is it traded in stock exchange or not?
Not exchange. It's separate companies who creates, how I can say, it's not like exchange, but it looks like exchange. But we're small and we're different from Moscow Stock Exchange.
Okay, and do they need to approve from regulators?
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
yes. It's a really expensive business, but
That's nice.
we have 13 providers of such services.
I
So we
will
have
check it on
two
the
major exchanges and
website.
13 providers of digital assets.
Okay. That's nice.
So, Daria, do you have more questions? Guys, you can join us because we are speaking only together with Dipoi, but I think you also have questions. George?
Andrei, so I also had questions about restrictions for complicated securities and problems with financial bloggers, but you already discussed it, so thank you very much. I only can add that we also have restrictions for advertising, but it is not cover personal opinion for influencers. So that's the problem that we have.
Okay.
And about advertisements of financial services in Nepal, do you have some restrictions on that?
No.
In Russia, you can advertise financial service only if you have license from central bank. Any other people can't advertise financial services.
We have not seen that kind of advice is till now. I think that's why we have not any rules for also. Only the license institutes sometimes advertise. Other than that, we have not received some kind of complaints till now also.
So you don't have complaints. So if not complaints, why to have rules?
Maybe, but I think it is a good point that we should issue rules also. Some kind of notice also. Yes. Thank you for the insight.
Okay.
As I understand, George represents Central Bank of Russia now, and so you can connect with George and ask some questions.
Okay, what is as you said that crypto is illegal in Russia also, then
it's not actually illegal.
Yes, right.
Yeah. It's not actually illegal. You can't pay by cryptocurrency. You can buy, you can sell, but you can't pay.
Okay.
But also in Russia, we have not a special stock for crypto.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have it in Belarus, but not in Russia.
Okay.
Official crypto exchanges we don't have.
Okay.
Yes.
And do you allow foreign investor? Do you allow foreign investor and can a Russian do foreign investment in other country?
Yeah, it's possible for Russians to invest abroad, and foreign investors can invest here in Russia.
Is there any ceiling on that threshold?
We had before 2022, I think we have almost half of equity markets by foreign investors.
Okay.
And now we're frozen. After we got sanctioned, everything is frozen for foreign investors, and we have to wait until sanctions will be removed. Then we will be able to trade again. But now we have only investors from friendly countries, from Arabic countries, from India, from China, and from everybody else who are not send sanctions for our markets and for our economy.
Okay.
And Russian investors also invest abroad. That's why we said that we are looking for investment opportunities, because we know that you should have international diversification if you need a good portfolio for your capital.
Okay, we don't have a direct foreign investment, but it clicked me now that through private equity venture capital, we do allow some foreign investment.
So you can't invest into Nepali stock market through stock exchange, but you can buy Nepali assets?
Not directly in stock exchange. That private equity and venture capital, the fund managers who deal with this, they can collect fund from abroad also, and they just bring the fund here and then invest in some potential companies or in hydro or some like angel fund like that.
And mutual funds? Is it possible to buy
Yes.
foreign? So you can't...
the PVC can buy mutual fund also.
So you can't go directly into stock exchange, but you can go to mutual funds and some private equity firms?
Not through mutual fund, but through private equity fund.
Private equity fund.
Yes, they are called fund managers in Nepal.
Fund managers.
Yes, they get licensed through fund managers, and then some fund managers bring investment from abroad also.
But is it possible to convert, exchange Nepali rupees into US dollars or some other hard currency?
Not directly. They have to get approval from central bank.
Through central bank.
Yeah. If anyone wants to bring currency inside or want to take currency, they must report to central bank.
So it's not very easy way.
No, it's very difficult.
Yeah. Do you have plans to maybe place some Nepali assets abroad in form of mutual funds or something?
But we can't do any investment in
No.
other, not even in India also. If we can, then India is very good market.
India is a big market, yes.
Very big,
so
very
not
big.
Not even
developed.
India.
No, we are not allowed anywhere. We are very primitive. Growing.
But growing.
Yes, but growing.
Yeah. Okay, colleagues, your questions, we are already discussing Nepali mutual stock market about an hour. So, Dipoi, if you need contacts from our central banks, I think we can connect you with George.
Sure. I need
Yes.
Yes. No problem.
Okay.
George, it's also, if you have... Так, отвалилась. Если вопросы ей позадавать, она вполне открытая барышня.
Да, если что, можно будет, какую-то почту там от вас получить, Андрей, да?
Конечно.
Спасибо.
Sorry again.
Yeah.
Hello again.
George is ready
So
to answer.
Daria, have you been to Nepal?
Yeah.
Yes.
I have been to Nepal. I was visit Nepal in 2021 in COVID, and it was amazing trip with no tourists, no other people.
I have seen Andre picture somewhere in that mountaineering agency had given you certificate like that. It was in flashing in news. We could not meet that time. Just I feel so bad.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
It was massive rain, of course. It's
yeah. After 30 years, the rain broke the record.
George, you want to ask something?
No, thank you. The discussion was great. Lots of new information that we can use in the future. So thank you for invitation.
Thank you.
Okay.
Andrei, may I ask some questions?
Yeah, of course.
Dipa, Roman Kurganov, nice to meet you, head of family office. Let me
Nice to
switch
meet
on the camera, please. Just a while. Here we go.
Yeah. Mhm.
I have several questions regarding digital currency. Do you have any sort of digital currency now in Nepal, such as currency used on the platform, the third form of money? Or maybe you have it as a project nowadays?
No.
Rom, you mean central bank digital currency?
Yes, definitely this.
Central bank is planning to launch the digital currency. I think the pilot projects has been done by the central bank. Since central bank, we are not much that close to central bank, but we have heard in the news. My husband works in central bank, so I have heard from him that they have done the pilot test of digital currency, and hopefully it is launching soon in Nepal.
It is launching soon in Nepal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, they have been visit to several countries to see the module also.
Are there any materials I may see on this matter, because I have my PhD work on this matter?
Okay, my husband himself was on that project. I will get something for you, and I will just send it through email. Can Andre, can you
send
please
it,
share me?
you can send it to me, and I'll share with Roman. It's no problem at all.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And the second question was, I'm sorry, I just joined your meeting and I didn't hear the information beforehand. And the question is concerning, do you offer any offshore plans to your clients, such as unit link plans, regular saving plans, open architecture plans, or any similar plans?
No, as I have discussed earlier, we are not allowed to invest outside, and any foreign investment is allowed in our country. Directly.
About insurance investment plans.
Insurance wrapper.
Insurance wrapper. So when some foreign insurance company issues insurance policy with investment component, and it's not actually investment, it's insurance. Is it allowed for Nepalese people to invest in such things?
I'm sorry, I could not know. I just can't give you the answer right now, but I will collect from my insurance friend and then give you the details.
Yeah, but you have your own insurance market. Is it big for Nepal?
Yes, insurance market we do have. There are, I think, 13 life and 5 non-life insurance companies and 2 reinsurance companies in our market.
Reinsurance companies, are they government or it's
No,
private?
from private sector. Private sector, yes. And 28 to 30% of total population there is reach of insurance. Yeah,
quite nice.
We do have, yes, we do have nice coverage.
The question is, what you do if the Nepalese national comes to financial advisor and he asks to invest abroad? What in this case you may offer, or you just say it's not allowed and that's it?
Yeah, no, it's not allowed directly. As I said earlier, that some private equity funds collect investment from abroad and do investment over here. So directly they can't, but through private equity it can be done.
I think he asked about Nepalese people who can ask financial advisor if they want to invest abroad, what investor advisor can do for them? Nothing. So it's forbidden.
Nothing, because we don't have such provision that no Nepali can invest outside. So if I think people are not doing, because it's very hard to transfer money. So I don't think so. Maybe the Nepali non-resident Nepali residing over there do that, but inside Nepal it is not allowed. It can be easily tracked. The remittance can be seen easily, so they have not done it today.
Thank you for your answers. Looking forward to get information on digital currency in your country. Appreciate it. Bye.
Sure. Bye.
Okay. So, guys, if you don't have any questions, I want to thank Dipoi for joining our meeting. Dipoi, thank you very much. If you will have any questions for us in any field, regulation, stock market, or anything, please don't hesitate, ask. And I'll give you a phone number of George and vice versa for direct questions to our regulator.
Okay, we can contact through WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure.
Yes, yes, no problem.
So thank you very much, and I think we can stay a little while to discuss in Russian. Some questions, because it's not really easy to speak English for an hour and something.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Andrei, for giving this opportunity.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Daria. Whenever
Thank
you
you,
need me, then
bye.
please contact. Okay.
Of
Bye
course.
for now.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Same to you also.